Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry, and welcome to Shattered Heaven. A new game for the channel, and one I've had my eyes on for quite a while now. I saw Splattercat do a video on this game quite a few months ago now, and thought, hey, that could be fun. My understanding is that the basic premise of this game is, what if Darkest Dungeon and Slay the Spire had a baby? Those of you familiar with my channel will know that I've played a lot of Darkest Dungeon. And you probably don't know that I've never played Slay the Spire. But I have played another game that is similar to Slay the Spire. Oh, I can't remember what it's called now. Is it Fates Untold or something? Anyway. First off, this is my first time launching the game, so I'm just going to check it actually records properly. All looks good so far. Now, Shattered Heaven, of course, is not the most lovely of titles. It indicates something quite unpleasant. And maybe we can try and piece the parts of that Shattered Heaven back together again. I believe it's a sort of post-apocalyptic fantasy, where, as in like the idealistic utopia the characters used to live in, has been shattered, scattered, or riven apart by discord and horrible nasty things, and we're trying to do something. I'm pretty sure I can play the whole thing with a mouse, so I'm not going to go look at settings just now. I'm not sure what the Ascension button is, but I think I have an idea, as this game apparently has a roguelite element, whereby during a playthrough we will earn things which we can use to make future playthroughs a little bit easier. Now, this game seems to employ two different art styles. I'm aware that it uses some quite nice art, and some that is cutesy to the point of sickening and grates on my artistic sensibilities somewhat, which I will probably frequently refer to as evil manga poo, because poo is a much more polite word than some of the other words I could use for it. Now, I'm aware that manga and Annabelle Mavis, also known as Annie May, are considered separate art styles, but both just don't really do it for me. However, I'm also aware that when the Lost Eidolon spin-off game, Veil of the Witch, comes out, it appears to be employing a similar art style for the character portraits. So why don't I try and use this game to acclimatise myself, or desensitise myself a little bit to that art style, so that when I get to play Veil of the Witch, I won't be constantly offended by it. I am going to give this game, Shattered Heaven, the benefit of the doubt when it comes to the art style as much as I can. I'm not going to gripe about it any more than I have just now. And I'm going to try to enjoy it anyway. As far as I understand, we are playing in a post-apocalyptic fantasy. We play as a priestess and her two bodyguards or companions. And she's some kind of nasty priestess, like taking the power of dead gods or something, and almost vampiric in a way, like they're tainted blood. I'm not sure of the full details. Why don't we... Lovely little hiccup to get things started there, I suppose. Why don't we dive in together and find out? Do you want to play the tutorial? Recommended for those who are playing for the first time. I have never played this game before. Sure, I'll play the tutorial. If there are difficulty settings, I will play it on the average or recommended difficulty setting to get a feeling for whatever the intended experience is. Now, I am aware there is some small early access bonus. I did buy the game in early access, but I launched it for like less than a minute to set up recording software so it would target the program correctly, closed it again, and then I left it for a few weeks until it released. Okay, tutorial. Here we go. The tutorial might even have like story introduction stuff which could be skipped on subsequent playthroughs. Yeah, I'm going to play the tutorial. No sin is too heavy, no guilt too great. I will serve her until my last breath. Sigurd, herald of renewal. So, one of these two is our priestess. We got a lady here with a sword. We got a man here with a very big shield, and a lady with a staff with a U-shaped top, a bit like a pitchfork. Or a tuning fork. A giant tuning fork to channel the power of the gods down into the earth. That is a very white screen.
Our god is no more. And we, the lowly mortals, are the ones who killed him. Now, the cursed remnants of humanity exist under the perpetual reign of his mournful ashes, condemned to a never-ending circle of hate and resentment. As punishment for our ancestral sin, our breaths are cut short as soon as we hit 40 of age.
Remnants and ancestral?
Shells, unable to sleep, the desire to bring forth new life. Our last hope for a better tomorrow lies in a divine forgiveness that only bloodshed can grant us.
Beautiful
4 vessels
there,
shall hail from the 4 lands. Sentia, where memories of old still sing. Delhem, ever untamed and never bound. Flamen, hearth of steel and spires. And our home, born from thunder and storms. Ashram. In the end, only one pair of soiled hands will hold the salvation we desperately seek. Once every 10 years, our somber march to the Equinox Cathedral ushers war in. Kneeling in front of the flame of Vesta, we swear to repent. O ancient sin, stain us in red, so that we may never forget the firmament's grief. O ancient sin, grant us this holy pardon, so that we may one day mend our shattered heaven.
Yes, so we are trying to piece the heaven together.
Onward, Thunderborns!
So I'm aware the actress had a few odd pronunciations. Maybe it's a regional accent, maybe... Look, some people add little syllables in the middle of words sometimes. There are words that I occasionally struggle with. Let's see, what's a good example? Apostate. The correct pronunciation is apostate, whereas a lot of people mispronounce it as apostate or apostate, where it's apostate, as in apostasy. But it's very difficult to get that apo together quickly before moving to state. Kind of trying to crunch the first 2 syllables together. And it's subtle, it's apostate as opposed to apostate. There's no pause after the A or the P. Right, let's get to this. So yeah, I'm sure she did a very good job, and I do appreciate it. Honestly, if I'm criticising, it's because I would like things to be better. So anyway, shut up, Raph. Come on. Okay, tutorial number 1. First steps. The battle has begun. To beat your enemies, you must use cards. Each of them is a specific action Andorra can take. At the beginning of each turn, your characters will draw 5 cards up to a maximum of 8. In order to play cards, you need AP, which I presume stands for action points. The cost is shown by the numbers on the top left of the card. So we have a 0, some 1s, and another 1 with a diamond colour on it, and a hex. Shapes may be important. Your characters start their turns with 2 AP and can have a maximum of 4. You can see how many AP are available in the bottom left hand corner. Most cards have special effects known as keywords. You can check a brief description of each card by hovering the cursor over it. You can also see a complete one by pressing the More Info button. Not currently available while this tutorial pop-up is here, but I will look. fear not. Each character takes their action on their turn. The turns of your characters and enemies are instead grouped in rounds. You can see the order of turns in combat and the next round in the top right hand corner. When it comes to inflicting damage, sword cards are your best choice. So, cards of a picture of a sword on it, or the sword, probably this sword icon, 2 sword icons, a shield icon, a sword, and like a fast forward button on its side, or a double chevron pointing up, as opposed to downward chevrons. Right. You can see the icon of each card beneath its action point cost and gem colour. The gem colour may be important. Now use Vorpal Strike to tackle the enemy. There we go. So we have Overwhelm. Probably a keyword. Single enemy deals 8 damage. Hero, Ruby, Common. Ruby, red, I presume. Press right button for more information? Sure. So Overwhelm. We don't get information. Overwhelm, deal 2 extra damage for each card and or skill with Swift played this turn. So we're opening with this instead of following it to set up the combo. Born from thunder, moulded for war, raised for slaughter and yet for life. Chase the future and find a path, with twin brushes and bloody ink, compose the tale of our rebirth. And can I can cycle through the other cards. Okay, well, it wants me to do this. You, Bosch, get sliced. Vini, Vidi, Vici. You can see the intentions of the enemies for their next turn. A sword icon means they will attack the character shown, whereas arrows indicate they will grant themselves buffs. Use this information to your advantage. Shields up! Looks like the enemy is going to retaliate. I do see a sword there on the bottom of that icon. It will be clearer when this tutorial window isn't out of the way. Well, is out of the way, rather. Use a shield card to soften the blow. They are the best tool when it comes to armor and defensive effects. Use Stand Your Ground to gain armor. It is indeed my only shield card. There we go. I suppose if I have allies, I'm able to use it on others. This is probably a self only. There may be other defensive cards I can use, like bodyguard cards. End the turn. Your action point counter has reached 0, which means that's all you can do for this turn. You can pass at any moment by clicking the End Turn button. Okay. Velvet
Strike
Cut.
true, my blades!
Endure the hardship. Enemies can inflict debuffs to characters, adding negative effects during the battle. Each debuff has a counter that decreases by 1 at the end of the turn, or when specific actions are performed. Once the counter reaches 0, the debuff disappears. You can see more information by hovering the cursor over the icon. Wait. Each debuff has a counter over the icon, so down there. So some kind of bleeding for 1 turn. Got it. Or when specific actions are performed. Possibly for 0. One way to counter the debuff is by gaining buffs of your own. All characters can equip skills that grant boons and aid you in battle. Try using Andora's Champion of the Parish skill. Not that one. I don't have that skill. Ah, Champion of the Parish. Give Blessing 2 and 2 armor to all allies. Damage taken increased by 20%. Okay, we'll do that. So that was not a card, that's an ability on the side there, which I don't know if it has a reset timer or something else. Benefit from the keywords. Some keywords allow you to play new, efficient strategies to win the battle as fast as possible. Usually you can find them in support cards. The Ever-Chosen has the Swift keyword. It allows you to discard a card you might not want and draw a new one instead. Well, let's do that, since the game would like us to learn how to do this. So Swift, heal 2, Emerald and sure. Swift 1 card, yes. We don't know what it would like us to get rid of. Strikes twice. Sure, let's get rid of inhuman reactions. Let's get rid of Vorpal's Strike. Ascend to Deity. Andora's special mechanic is called Deity. When she uses a card for each gem, she will fill a slot. Once all 3 slots are filled, she will gain a deity point to a maximum of 3. So we've had a red card, green card. I think we've got a blue card as well for our armor up from the previous round. Reaching 3 deity points will power up Andora's next turn, granting her 4 action points and increased critical hit chance. After this special turn ends, the deity points will go back to 0. So I don't actively activate these, they just fill up and then they're done. And each of these slots has got the red, green and blue in it as a reminder you need these 3 things. I don't know if they're going to light up as I play cards to show that the slot is partially filled. Let's wrap this up. Use any card to deal the final blow and win the battle. Well, I have one here called Inhuman Reactions. Deals damage and gives me riposte. Sure, let's just do that. Right, explore the dungeon. You can move around the dungeon using mouse or directional keys. There's lots of fun looking buttons down here. And I believe we will get a party of 3 eventually. So hey, lots of buttons around the edge of the screen. That looks like... Yep, options, it's fine. Go back. These are currently disabled for tutorial purposes. No keys, no treasure keys, no treasures, no battles, no arcana chance. 10% arcana chance. Okay, 1 battle. Reach the end. Fine, I believe we're going to go here. And we are in a new chamber. Let's press on. Aha! Eventful journeys! Sometimes during exploration you will come across special events, and will have to decide which path to take. The outcomes are never fully certain, but you can use the descriptions to choose the more profitable option. I like this picture. The line art is nice, it's not too cartoony. It gives a very good evocative wood vibe, like she's growing in the hollow of a tree here. Some kind of dryad or nymph or wooden creature. Lonely is the lady of the tree, just listen to her song. Oh dear freedom, how I ache for you. Lonely is the prisoner of the oak, just hearken unto her pleas. Oh dear absolution, how I yearn for you. These roots are her poison shackles, and her heart is long covered in thorns. Oh dear saviour, how I dream for you. So clap for her, gain loot. Ignore her, gain loot, and... probably something negative as opposed to something extra. I'll clap. I'll show some religious respect. We're trying to bring spirituality back in the world and show our respect for the old faith that is shattered after all. To rebuild it. A better spirituality. The maiden stops her lonely verses. In her face, a most outraged grimace meets your quiet adulation. As her form retreats into the trunk, disappearing from your view, vicious branches lash out at you in retaliation. So perhaps I should have gone for the other one. So, Trap Disarming Kit and Echoes of the Child. Echo of the Child tool. A small floating being emitting a gentle hum. Use it to reveal the content of the next 2 rooms in each direction. A tool for the right job. Probably a tool I was going to get anyway. While exploring, you might want to know what lies ahead instead of finding out the hard way. The Echo of the Child is a tool meant specifically for this. Try using it by clicking on the icon on the bottom. You can find many different tools, each with each particular function. Some can be used at any moment during exploration, others when particular situations occur. Let's use the Echo of the Child. We have what looks like a safe room and a fight up ahead. Well, let's press on. We have no other option. Let our faith be our shield.
Do I look merciful to you?
Oh, hello. Magny is another member of your party. His special mechanic is called Rage. He gains 1 rage point by playing ruby cards and 2 points when he is hit by an attack. Magny's skills do not rely on cooldowns, but instead require a certain number of rage points to be used. Spend your pent-up rage to use the Hollow Bastion skill. So of course Magny and Modi are the sons of 4. Ashram is of course an ashram, an Indian spiritual retreat. So we have word names in this game apparently, and familiar names. That's okay though. In this world, Magny is something different. So it's going to attack one of these two, varying between them. Okay, Oathbound Goliath. All allies gain Phalanx 2, Tenacity 2 and 4 armor. Phalanx, reduce damage incoming, and Tenacity, on next turn draw 1 extra card for each attack resolved. You know what? Tenacity 2, so duration 2, not 2 cards, right? Blood for Blood, Berserk Purge, so that'll probably spend my points. He's got 5 rage already. So he is a seething, angry defender. Bulwark of the East, single ally, Phalanx 1, gain 4 armor. His health is low. Okay, Protector. Protect an ally from the next single target attack. Damage taken is reduced by... Okay, sure. Okay, we can't play this. What can we play? Hollow Bastion, sure. Is that what I was supposed to do? I think it is. Each character has a healing potion that only they can use to restore a portion of their health. Try using Magny's one. Apparently it's in here. Heal the Possessor by 14 hit points, 30% max hit points. It can be used 1 more time, and now it is gone. The Stuff of Legends! Each deck contains at least 1 legendary card. These are the most powerful cards available and usually have a diamond crystal. So that's the diamond? Or is this the diamond? Try using the Oathbound Goliath card, then finish the battle. Sure. So we are now significantly protected and will end our turn, get her turn after the enemy. Ooh, group strike.
You can do?
Okay, lady, let's see. You got healing powder, you don't need it. Curse. Reducing damage dealt, but we get an extra card, and for each attack received, so we should have 5 now instead of 4, and also heavily reduced incoming damage. So Blessing can offset that. May regret that soon, but let's see. It's going to go again before we get another turn. No, it's not. He'll get a turn. So, if you played another non-ruby card this turn, that wasn't a card. Oh, that'll do it. Draft your way to victory. After each battle, you will be offered a selection of neutral cards to add to your character's decks. You can select in which deck you want a specific card to go by clicking on the character's portrait beneath it, and every character must pick a card. When you are satisfied with your choice, select Done. So each of them must pick one card, or each of these cards must be assigned to one character. Can I take all 3 cards? What have we here? Fire, Walk With Me. That's a Twin Peaks reference, isn't it? Random enemy, deal 8 damage. Neutral, ruby, common. This is that other priestess, isn't it? Charming Denial, unique, all allies, gain 3 armor, tenacity 1. Now, Magny has most of the defensive armor gain spells, so if we give one to her for a bit of difference, that'll help if we get to a turn when we don't have appropriate cards we might need. Shadow of Doubt, single enemy, curse 2, deal 10 damage. What if I go, you take that, no, okay, so they each get 1. That's a bit too random, so we'll take this. There we go. Let's continue our quest for the exit. Aha!
This smells so sweet.
Isana is the last member of your party. Her special mechanic is called First. Whenever she kills an enemy or plays specific cards, she will gain first points, summoning the beast Limodies. These points will be spent to power up her cards. Try and play the power the beast within. It has the gouge keyword, but allows you to eliminate cards you don't want in your deck for the whole battle. So they'll come back after the battle? So gouge, remove 1 card for the rest of the battle for a minimum of 10 cards left in the deck. Blessing, damage up, lethality, okay, yeah, extra chance for critical hits. Wanderer of boundless dark, there is no road ahead of you. Yet do not feel sad, child. If there's no path, this trail of blood shall be your guide. So normal, gouge 1, Limodies summoned gouge 1. So Limodies is not currently summoned, so it'll be normal. So 2 armor, 2 first, right? Gouge 1 card. Well, we've got 2 of these. The other cards are unique. Now that you have Limodies at your side, you can use the alternate effect on your cards by spending a first point. When the counter reaches 0, Limodies will disappear. Try and unleash Merciless Whip on your enemies and finish the battle. How do I spend first points? It may just be automatic. Normal, gain 1 first. Limodies summoned, no gain first. Okay. And that did use a first point. Okay.
Salvation by my hands!
What have we here? Inhuman reactions. They're tough foes. And we do want to watch our health. He's still a bit vulnerable for now. Beacon of Hope. Sure. Swift 1 card. Sure, we'll set this aside as she's fairly healthy. And we've done a green already, and yeah, look at that. It is filling. Lightning strikes twice. Sure. Swift. These are all blue, aren't they? Okay, passed. We'll set this aside and end her turn.
Get behind me.
Alright. Self, sure. He currently has Blessing to deal extra damage, so we'll want to do that. Alright, let's see. And then, blood for blood. I may have targeted the wrong foe, but we shall see. Oh, it went for everyone again. And there's that curse. Right, what can we do here? All enemies, so that's an eacher. Heal, sure, maybe worth it. Two armor, lethality, two. No, let's go Merciless Whip. Just to get a bit of damage. Oh, and the curse. Lovely.
You're already dead.
Yep. Need a red card? Don't have a red card. We'll just attack. Let's pop that away. And... sure. Self-heal. Ditch that, we'll get something else next time. Oh, hello, we have more. Excellent. Oh, well, fight's over. On we go. Oh, we get 3 little figures on bases. And by the grace of his mercy, he saw fit to return to oversee our atonement. May he ever forgive us. Chapter 1. A Fate Worse Than Death. We'll see about that.
Journey's end, at last.
You wish. This is only the beginning.
So that's the Equinox Cathedral? It's so... shiny.
This is the most sacred place on Earth, and the only thing you can say is... it's so shiny?
Good to see you two in such good spirits. We still have a way to go after all.
Okay.
Step by step, the tower drew closer. Immaculately white against the barren plain, its masonry formed a tight reticle that enveloped the sacred building. And then, the grand portal opened, flanked by its 2 armored guardians. A stern-looking old man stepped forward.
Do we see them? Yes. Ah, his name is Chiron. After the boatman on the river Styx. Did he say stern? I believe he did. Welcome, children of Ashram, to the Equinox Cathedral. I am Chiron, herald of the divine child. There are many hands here. It's a bit like Kingdom Death, especially with all the lights glittering in the darkness. We have a codex entry here. Auto text and log. Do I click to continue? No. Thank you for receiving us, most revered. She has a very deep voice. Oh, such a wrinkly old face. She is a shit priestess. Just gotta say. Is being the herald really something that special, sir?
Damn you!
Hey, do you have an idea how disrespectful you're being? Look at my plait twitching autistically behind me. Like a cobra or a scorpion's tail waiting to strike. So clicking progressed the text once there, but didn't previously. Is there an... Ah, middle mouse wheel. That's alright. Curiosity is indeed a rare virtue these days. Nope. Middle mouse wheel ain't doing it this time. I have no idea what... But yours, young lady, is a question that will find its answer another time. Over there you will find your chambers, as well as for merchants sent here to provide for your needs. We will meet again later, in the presence of the Divine Child. Through your sacrifice, may your people atone. Through our fratricide, may life be reborn. Magny doesn't have much to say, does he? Welcome to the Equinox Cathedral, home of the faithful and the main hub of the game. Something is waiting in the quarters. Go check it out. So here, we got our exit. We have the Great Altar, the merchant stall, the apothecary, the dungeon selection. So we dungeon select before leaving, or is there like a world map? I don't know. A sitting sack. What a treat! Oh, like a beanbag?
Whatever.
It's just a pillow. It's so soft. So is she going to be sacrificed on the altar? Or is it more the sacrifices she makes, like the blood sacrifices of her enemies, which she brings and then donates to the cathedral? Oh, something is spilling out. You're covering the room in ashes. Seriously, what's up with you? Have you been living under a rock this whole time? These people are clearly living in a harsh world and it's affecting their social skills, and they're just getting nasty and grumpy and moody and bitchy at each other. It was a shack near a mountain. So, in a certain way, it was under a rock, I think. Sacks or pillows? Enjoy them while you can. We won't have much rest once the war begins. The small talk was cut short by the sound of the gate portal opening once again. Hey, does the chronicler not want to say that for me?
Out of that gate came a young woman, black hair that gracefully danced in the air with every step of hers, and a sharp, bewitching gaze. Following close behind, two severe-looking warriors strode forward with pride. The Vestal of Sentia and her guardians had arrived.
Is this my welcoming party? Honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better one. I'm glad to see you here in one piece, Enra.
It's been a while, Lyra.
Such a cold reception. You're breaking my heart, darling. After all these years, I expected you to be a tad happier to see me.
What do you want me to do? Should I, jump at your arms? Screaming, "Greetings, O great Vestal of Sentia"?
Oh!
I would be delighted.
Wait, does Andorra sound like Marisha Ray? Possibly. Interesting. So I think the different disciples have to fight to the death and extract each other's life force or something. They seem to be set up as enemies. You're still keeping my old sash around your arm.
Sure.
Yeah. I think it might be. I'm flattered. I beg your pardon, my liege. We need to make haste to our quarters before the ceremony begins. We don't have time to lose here.
Oh, really?
Time spent with old friends is never a waste of time, Lonan, but I suppose you're right. See you later, Anra. Friends? Romans? Countrymen? Look, Magny has a very Greco-Roman looking helm, okay? And actually the shield's very Roman looking as well. The Sentients have been our allies for a very long time. That's a bloody handprint on the visor. Blimey. This is the last chance of salvation for them, as it is for us.
I see.
Oh, I see. Wow, is she blind? Her pupils are very similar to her iris colours. No, wait. Her iris and pupils are very similar to the white of her eye. Anyway, who's Anra? I'll give you 3 guesses. Me. It's just a childhood nickname. We trained together for a while in the name of our tribe's alliance. So, are you two really good friends? I think that this would be a really great moment to shut up. Before she gets angry and slaps you one or something.
Right.
This must be the call of the divine child. It would be better to reach the hall as soon as possible. Good. Let's go. Andorra is a woman of few words. Did I say something weird? Yes, that seems to be all you do, lady. He's not even going to respond. He's just like, no, we're going. We go where we are needed. Apparently that's up here. Now, what do we got here? We got a map. Not a map. Inventory. We got, looks like honey in a kind of handled cup. Keys. Like incense sticks in a kind of little mound of ashes or something. And some kind of amulet or talisman. We have codex entries. I might look at those off screen. For now, though, here we go. Ah, it just moves to another part of the cathedral. 4 beautiful statues. Well, this one not quite so beautiful. The head being twisted so far to the side, I presume it's like a face on each side of that big triangular hat. We have 2 knights here. One with crenellations around the top of his helmet, which looks a little like a crown, but also like battlements. The fact he also has like banisters and railings around his pauldrons and the top of it, like with gorget on his breastplate, and these grill-like railings and the kind of happy slant to the eyes. Well, no, it's not that happy. Happy would be going up more. Going down, it's a little depressed and morose, but it kind of leaves him a tough, healthy, solid defender, cheery, friendly person. This man, very spiky, very nasty, very severe. This one more neutral. This one looking at us like, hey, I'm paying attention to you, the others aren't. I'm your god. So I think we have the servants of the 4 gods, each trying to rebuild the heaven.
Remarkable.
Behold our Lord Heliad as he sits upon his divine throne. Now heed his words as he makes his will known. Oh, we're into rhyming territory now. Shut up, old man. They're here to hear me talk. Oh, he's bad. This tassel looks a little oriental, which is fine. Bit of a sailor hat, chef's hat thing going on. Giant crescent moon on top of a stick. The staff feels more ceremonial than the hat at the moment. And now, yes, you shall hear my words. Is he capricious? Centuries ago, a vestial from Sentia defiled my divine will. If he's been around centuries, would he not have learned better manners? Like, if he's like the childhood of the divine, like a physical embodiment, the will defiled does not need to be his, as he's a representation of vessel. He could be speaking with like the words of heaven, right? I don't think he's centuries old. She corrupted the 8 guardians, made them kill their own wards, and then took over the pit of Naraka. What was once a hallowed place of rest for the dead is now a kingdom of treachery. Death in Naraka is better than life here on this earth. The most absurd slander. We have proclaimed countless holy marches onto her wretched dominion, executing her minions one by one. And now it's time for her to face my final judgment. This shall be your first duty in this new war of ascension. You want to save your miserable people from the impending extinction, right? Go deep into Naraka, slay the betrayer, and erase this ugly stain from our history once and for all. Slaying Naraka the betrayer sounds more like an endgame goal and could be a whole campaign in itself. If this is going to be a short little mission, I hope it doesn't feel anticlimactic. According to tradition, 4 will depart, and only 3 will return. May it be in battle or in sacred duel, one of you will die. Oh, will it then be 3, then 2, and each time one less of us comes back? That is kind of nasty and sadistic. I'm not sure how that leads to a better heaven, a better world. And it's literally wiping out our resources. Oh, that is a malicious, evil facial expression. Do not disappoint me. This is your god's will. This is malicious, evil bastard main villain, end of game, plot twist vibes, isn't it? Through your sacrifice, may your people atone. Through our fratricide, may life be reborn. I suspected that not all 4 vessels would attend yet, but out of all of them, only 2 are here. How fortuitous is for her to be here already? How fortuitous is it for her to be here already?
What?
Is that a problem? She's clearly young and inexperienced, despite the peroxide bleach blonde look. Clearly the power of the gods has affected her, draining her of her sight and the colour of her hair. She's looking very pale, with sickly thin arms and strange basket-shaped straps around them designed for a much broader frame. We just have to trust that the ever-chosen won't lose sight of our goal, even if...
What?
What are you 2 whispering behind my back? Let's get a move on. We have a war to wage. Should we not be waiting for the other 2 to turn? Ah! First reconnaissance. Eris, the vile betrayer, has challenged our most enlightened long enough. Surrounded by her cowardly puppets, she lies in wait, a mendacious queen among deceived souls. March on, keepers of the fire. Find the traitors so that just punishment can be delivered. Floor 1, find all keys and reach the exit. Excellent, so we don't actually have to. This could be a step-by-step thing. So, mission rewards: 1 Desire of the Fallen, a trinket. You gain 1 armor every time you use a sapphire or an emerald card. Give that to Magny or... what's her name? The priestess. 2 missions. Oh, these last for limited duration? 2 missions. Seed of the Mother. Uses a component to craft potions if mixed with a reagent. Resulting potion will heal the user. And a Faith Orb. Could be a reagent? Hope and trust in the divine, fused in a brilliant stone. It can be used in the Dark Forge to boost the faith of the party. Sounds good. Well, I've got it. No side quests. Time you are on your way to Naraka. To leave the hub, click on the dungeon selection icon. Can I click on... So these are all currently disabled, including the place we have already visited. Hopefully that'll get relaxed as we... I think we're heading out of the tutorial soon. I'm getting that kind of vibe. Well, here's Naraka. I see 1, 2... Okay, 4 dungeons. So 4 go in, 3 return, 2 return, 1 return, final. Look, whichever order these happen in. That's a fairly short game. But roguelike nature, improving... Okay, let's see. If we're only doing 1 floor of a dungeon, we could then be sent to other dungeons and come back, so we don't have to keep going to the same one. Or it could be a grind all the way through one dungeon, then go to the next. Departure. Each dungeon has 4 different depths. Each needs to be completed in order to proceed to the next. Select Enter Dungeon to start your adventure. Okay, the dungeon has 4 floors. I do all 4 floors of a dungeon, then I can go to the next dungeon. Got it. 3 supplies. A trap disarming kit, a tablet of protection, a clay tablet covered with ancient words of power. It can be used as protection against blasphemy. And Scapegoat. A small puppet a small puppet of the everlasting Redeemer. Use it to remove 1 debuff from the party. I don't know if the inventory is shared or if I have to assign these to characters or if they are automatically assigned. This appears to be the floor we are on. Is that 2 quests on this floor, 2 quests on this floor, 1 on this? Hard to say. If light shines brighter the closer it is to darkness, then Sintamania, the Gem of the West, is the embodiment of this saying. Home to the tribe of Sentia, the City of Crystals is built around the steep cliffs that lead to the Naraka, where the souls of the dead gather. At its bottom resides Eris the Betrayer, once a vestal of Sentia herself, now a queen of lies and death. Surrounded by deceived revenants, she has claimed dominion over the once sacred lands, spreading her plague far beyond the boundaries of Naraka. Many warriors have fallen trying to weaken her domain. Now, at last, the faithful might claim just revenge. We have a scroll bar indicating quest descriptions may be longer. Let's get in there. The standard difficulty and intended way of approach in the game. For players that prefer story over challenges, enemies are weaker and deal less damage, and ever chosen. For players looking for a real challenge, enemies hit harder, apply more debuffs, and are tougher. Finishing all the main depths of the dungeon in ever chosen mode will unlock special trinkets. For now, I think I'll have a little more experience with the game before I go over chosen. I don't know if I can select difficulty for each individual quest or mission to a dungeon, or if this is set for the whole game, so I'm just going to go Vestal for now. I only sought to make this world beautiful, to make it yours. And we get a loading bar, which is mercifully brief by the look of it. We'll be entering into the dungeons shortly, and then we'll find out if the items we have gained are assigned to characters or are party specific. They're probably down the bottom
the
of the
landscape
hotbar.
Passing beneath them was alight with small refractions, each a gem embedded in stone. This was Sintamania, home of the pious tribe of Sentia, and a jewel at the gates of hell.
Look at all these sparkling stones. Oh, I would love to live here.
It's indeed a pleasure for the eyes.
Are you all right?
Keep quiet.
Oh, he is.
We're entering the pit.
He is a bit deeper
Every
and flatter.
child
Got it.
knew that the hallowed chasm was to be revered as much as it was to be feared. A cursed place where dead souls gather. A grim sepulchre full of malicious energy. The reign of the treacherous queen. As they delved into darkness, their hearts tightened uneasily. But then there was a light and a gentle breeze. Under the descending pulley, a splendid plateau extended as far as their gaze could reach.
What's this colorful rain? It's not ashes.
Oh,
Flower petals. They are pretty, but completely useless.
Can I eat them?
No! We're in hostile territory. Everything you see here can hide a trap.
Indeed. As peaceful as this place might look, I feel like we are being watched.
Okay, no, so he is a bit higher than Andorra, but flatter. I do not understand. The Herald said this was a place of death and anger. Yeah, this doesn't feel like hell at all. To me, this looks like paradise. I refuse to call this place paradise. It's a sin born out of horrible treachery, and we are here to put an end to it. In Sintamania, the Jewel of the West. Floor effects. Each dungeon is composed of different floors, each with its own special conditions. You will have to adapt your strategy if you want to survive. That's a tarot card, isn't it? The Wheel of Fortune? Chance and fate are always intertwined, yet never truly meet. Which one will guide your path? The first trial. Each party member draws an extra card at the start of the turn. Okay. Can I cannot move the map. I can right-click to move the map around and explore. So I want to get out there. I want to go into all of these. I'm going to go here, yeah. Let's begin our exploration. So I like the fact each character gets a little figure on the map with different sized bases. Interesting that Andorra's is larger than Magny's. So there's our scapegoat, there's our trap disarm kit. I don't think we got to keep an item that... I think, did we get a trap disarm kit from the previous? I don't think we got to keep it. Tablet of Protection. Use protection against blasphemy. I think we'll wait to see some kind of blasphemous encounter.
Do I look merciful to you?
Not so flat there. Do I look merciful to you? Hard-earned rewards. During each battle, you will have the option to complete a bonus mission. Each mission you complete will help you gather better rewards at the end of the dungeon. So, secret objectives during battles. Kill an enemy that has 2 or more debuffs. So this is attacking, this is buffing. Let's look for debuffs. Back for more. Look at him go. See, this card art is beautiful, right? The art in the story conversation sections is more cartoony. Rotten is the stench of... I should read these in the voice of the characters, try and get more used to them, shouldn't I? Rotten is the stench of war that sides with morbid violence. Onslaught keeps on carrying its filthy duties forth. Yet look at this relentless Aegis. Witness the unbending bastion that rises once again. Okay, counterattack the next single enemy. Yep, awesome. Protector, and do I have to declare which ally I'm protecting? Or will it just automatically be the next one to be attacked? And Phalanx, damage taken is reduced by 20%, so I presume itself... I don't get to target an ally defensively, so he'll just protect the next one, apparently. Should he not have got rage points for using that card? Sure. And we end his turn.
Onward, Thunderborns!
Alright, what do we got in terms of debuffs here? I think she's our main debuffer. I'm seeing a lot of health here. And a lot of armor. Ooh, fun. 8 damage isn't going to do anything there. Let's get that riposte up. Okay, so the armor is broken then gone. It's not a damage reduction. It's like extra health. We used a blue, so we can use a red. Spread the damage around. What's this? Riposte. Excellent, yes. Single attacks. So riposte don't do AoEs, they're only against single attacks. Awesome.
This smells so sweet.
She does sound like an evil monster, doesn't she? By awesome, I mean it's awesome to know the information, not that it's an awesome thing. So willingness to sacrifice. How do I know if a card will summon Limities? Add a random hex card to your deck? Sure. Gain one first, gouge one card. Limities is here. All enemies get curse and bleeding. Sure. Hey, that's 2 debuffs. Let's spread the damage and try for a kill while those debuffs exist. This should be reasonably easy to achieve at this point. Uh-oh! It's an AoE, so no ripostes.
Rage fuels me.
Okay, that's a lot of rage. So let's go for some damaging stuff. Excellent. He's on full health, so we don't need the heal. We got lots of defensive cards. Let's go, sure. Oh, I can put this on people. Okay, one moment. Let's protect her. She'll need protecting soon too. Okay.
Don't hold back, Shauna.
Lose 3 hit points. All enemies will gain 3 armor at the end of the turn if this card is still in hand. Oh, so it's a self curse. Right, okay. Is that wise? No, it's not. Oh, the debuffs have gone there already. We can't have that now, can we? Not enough debuffs. Okay.
Forward!
I think the Senes is for 1 to kill. Okay, we've got a heal. Always good for a dungeon run. Green card. Self-heal. But that curse is going to expire. Okay. We're going to need to drop more. We've got 2 of those, so we can ditch one.
For the Vestal, for Ashram.
This now has got harder because there's only 1 foe. Okay. So obviously there's a lot of rage points. How are we going to... Okay. We need to protect her. We have no suitable cards to protect her at the moment. Alright. Why the -2? Decrease the cost of a card. Oh, it gets cheaper, doesn't do more damage. Got it, okay. Sure. Did you just use that as like a sledge? Like a tray? We need to get another debuff on there before...
We have to save them!
And we will.
Right. So we need to summon Limites. We can get rid of one of these, reluctantly. Make the foe bleed. Don't want to lose 2 armor. We're good.
You're already dead.
How nice of you to say so. Right. 9 damage. We kind of got this. Blessing to get... So we don't need blessing. We need just damage. There's no heals in here, so sure. Finishing a battle using less than 10 cards in total. Really? Oh, okay. 1 achievement of 3. We got our thing, apparently. Desire of the Fallen. Seeds of a Mother... Okay, so these are our rewards for the whole thing. Oh, so we have to achieve these to get the rewards for a mission, or... There we go. Cards you craft during the exploration of a dungeon are classified as neutral cards, or sometimes rarer, powerful variants called adaptive cards. These are temporary cards that can be added to anyone's deck and will be removed once you return to the Equinox Cathedral. So, the neutral cards we get in the dungeon, we don't get to take them out with us. Well, this looks like it's just for her, doesn't it? For her. Pity and Curse? Sure. Harsh Lesson. Deal 4 damage. Deal 1 extra damage for every point of armor on yourself. And gain Hatred. Sure, she can have that. Reroll. To change the available cards? No, we're good with this. Plus, we don't have the option. That's a lot of healing needed. Ooh, that is barbed wire. That looks very nasty. Beware the treacherous path. Enemies and special events are not the only thing you have to look out for. Sometimes you might even encounter traps which can deal great damage and hinder your characters. You will have to disarm or evade them. You can use the trap disarming kit, tool, or try to disable the trap, but risk high damage should you fail, or try and rely on your dexterity to try and dodge it, taking less damage if you fail. That's a lot of tries in that sentence. Select an option and try to avoid the damage. Magny was not afraid of anything at all. He had fought back hordes, swarms of monsters with his bare hands. Whenever his thunderous steps echoed down the path of evil, demons and behemoths alike would scram right away. Alas, that proud warrior did not know that sometimes a single thread is enough to make even a mountain fall. We've got a disarm trap kit toolkit. We got 2. Oh, how loudly even the mighty tumbles down. Luck may have looked the other way this time, for your efforts to dodge the oncoming danger are in vain. Magny takes 9 damage. Ouch. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. Etched in stone lays the mark. Pay no mind to the rune of the ruthless betrayer, lest she enthralls you in her vicious web of deceit, bids the living. Glory be to the sign of the merciful Saviour. May she bless our poor lost souls evermore, sings the dead. Frozen in abiding simplicity, the answer awaits. Touch the mark, get a strong debuff or spawn a reward. Destroy the mark, get a strong buff or spawn enemies. We'll destroy it. This is absolute apostasy. That disdainful mark is now eradicated and the hazy air feels lighter. Regardless, if it is just an impression of your tired mind, you believe that this rightful act has given you new courage. One new battle tile has been added to the map. So we didn't get buffs, we got enemies instead. To gain is to burn. To burn is to gain. Mesmerized, the wanderer rummages through his pockets, frantically seeking a worthy offering for the dancing flames. Balance works in mysterious ways, to man unbeknownst, whether or not sacrificing such a trinket will bestow a blessing of wealth or a curse of doom upon this foolish mortal's head. It is up to fate to decide. You know, we've never done this before, let's smelt a card. A warm sensation tickles your skin. The undulating flames shed your burdens away. May your travels always be blessed by the mercy of the pyre. You can remove a card from a deck of your choice. Let's remove from hers, because I think her hex is... Okay, no. Aha. Right. That's healing. I see no duplicate cards. You know what? I got this. I can just ditch it. There we go.
Not on my watch.
Alright, Magny, what can you do? How can you protect the priestess? There we go. And there we go.
I can't. But you want to.
You can, and you must regain health. Insatiable hunger. Deal 9 damage, gain 1 first. Nobody is summoned, sure, just to do that. And she hit it with her staff. Excellent. Yep.
Let's dance then.
10 damage. Legendary diamond skill, all lovely. But let's try and get some colours in. So that's blue. Blessing 2, gain 3 armor. She kind of needs it with that health. We just use that so you can ditch one. Yep, for pain.
I've had worse.
For hardship, for horror. Single ally, guess what? Keep bodyguarding. And... Sure. Just tank up.
We have to save them. And we will.
Now. Leech. Okay. She'll get some health back. Limites is gone. Does Limites just alternate? Pity. Damage taken is okay. Sure.
Just a taste.
We're getting nice animations on criticals. That's very... It reminds me of playing... Oh, what's that game called now? The French one. I can blatantly check and hope it doesn't break
Is this
sound.
the best you can do?
Other side. That's it. Okay, let's see what we got here. Ooh, Hateful Strike. Gain hatred. The next card play will trigger its effects twice. Hey, let's do that. Wait, no, red. Okay. There's a red card. go. Sure, we can get 2 health back. We could have saved that for next turn, but let's not do that. We got it again? Oh, shit. Right, okay, yeah, understood. I triggered twice. It makes sense.
Strike true, my blades!
The objective is completed, so I don't need to worry about that. Right, let's get some red. Right. And while you're vulnerable, we'll hit you. We want a blue card. That'll get us some health back. They're the same. This could be damage. Sure. Let's get that kill. Andorra being very aggressive there and building up to unleash her deity mode. You know what? Sure.
This smells so sweet.
Okay, we'll do this, and then go for the lethality and the blessing. Sure. We'll ditch one of those because we can,
Try to leave a dent.
and see if we have ways of. Right, let's see now. Sure, we can smash it. Get a bit of health back? Why not? Here's a small deck. I may need to... I mean, that does mean his card draw is more predictable.
Salvation by my hands!
Right. Sure, lady. You don't want to play that first. That'll do. Played a non-ruby card, so it's not gonna... Put one of those away. And one of those. There we go.
I can't. But you want to.
One of these. Sure. These two are the same. Go for the leech. Get that health back.
My sin is my strength.
Yeah, the music's almost making this fight feel a bit fast-paced. Let's fasten it up a little more. Do any of these have health regain for him? Nope. Okay, 2 of 3. Not quite sure what we got there, but sure. New cards. Okay. Sic Parvis Magna. Single enemy, deal 9 damage. Add 1 extra damage for each neutral card in your hand. Andorra seems to get lots of neutral cards. Martial Prowess. Deal 9 damage. Andorra, Swift 2, Magny, Free Rage. Isana, Gouge 2. So it builds up their passive, their special thing. And Inspired Chant. Draw 1 common hero card costing 0 action points during this turn. As in, draw 1 from the deck or from like some kind of side deck coming out of nowhere. You know what? Sure, we'll go with that then. Yeah. Treasure Key. This key unlocks the locked treasures. We have a treasure key. Let's see if we get encounters while travelling back. Those question marks look like briars or brambles. Speaking of briars and brambles, blasphemous events. Hey, we got something that protects against that. Sometimes you might encounter events where there seems to be no right choice. If you have it available, you can break a tablet of protection and have a chance to avoid the event altogether. The malignant lies on the quietest of meadows. It lurks beneath the soil and seeps into the earth. Now the vegetation around you looks sinister, and you could swear that the air itself has turned poisonous. Is it caused by a mechanism of self-defense born from this very ground, or may its origin lie elsewhere? We will use our protection from blasphemy, our one and only chance. If nature chooses violence, then you will respond in the same way. Hacking and slashing your way out, you soon find yourselves self-drenched in sweat, but ultimately free nonetheless. Inside the frenzy, some of your belongings were destroyed. You lose one tablet of protection. That's awesome, we used it. So inside the frenzy, that's a weird. Right. Another trap. Magny again. We'll try and disable it again. He may be lucky this time. Nope. Same result as last time. Our trap disarm kits are not working well for us today. Oh, hello. Kairos. 109 something. A wandering peddler, apparently, always shrouded in a questionable aura of secrecy. He appears whenever, wherever, and sells whatever. You do not know what is more unsettling about him, his weird fixation over his horrible single lock of hair, the fact that he's always in a hurry as if someone is trying to catch him, or that you still have absolutely no idea about who or what he is. So we can heal our wounds, remove a card from a deck, buy an Echo of the Child. An Echo of the Child would be nice. That's the scouting one. I think we need to heal our wounds. Slipping his newly acquired bag of coin under his dirty robe, the peddler shoots you an indecipherable look. Is that gratitude towards this shady transaction, or something more ominous? You find better, most for your own mental well-being, not to inquire further, and we regain 20% of our health each, which is lovely. Oh, that spun and the Hanged Man. With upside down writing, no less. We're definitely on tarot cards here. Sometimes you can find lucky arcana events while exploring and be granted great boons by them. There is a small chance of encountering them, which rises every time you discover other events while exploring. So every event increases the chance of a tarot card event. Once you find an arcana, the probability resets. Select the option you want and embrace destiny. The Hanged Man is the Fool. The man had a constant ringing in his head, but he couldn't care less as he stretched towards enlightenment. He had to work hard and then work harder until he was working his hardest. The more he pushed forward, the more the ringing spread to his ears too. The man never once stopped, not for sleeping nor eating, his strengths never waning in his pursuing of perfection, not pursuit. His bothersome sound is just another trial I have to overcome. Behold him now on the 99th day. He is a shriveled husk of an emaciated man sitting at his table. The din has stopped, but so has his heart. Ask to destroy weakness, ask for safe travel. Sure. Tedium is the vitriolic crony of ambiguity. Sharpening the acumen, they halt old and new anxieties alike. The ivy shrivels away. No more trap tiles can be removed, so either it removed the last one or there were none left. At least we know there's no traps in here now. Another dungeon key, excellent. This key opens the gate at the end of this floor. It's what we came here for. So we could have come there, come around here, but I wanted to get those rooms as well. Fight? No! Oh, a pyre! Excellent. You have found a pyre, a spark born from the great altar of Vesta. Here you can rest and take a breath, but be careful. The pyre can be used only once. Can I check the party's health? I can come back later. You look at the light, a prospect of respite. But not now. Not today. We're relatively healthy. We could take another fight, come back, rest, and then head here and fight again. Ooh, look at that. That is... Right. Abandon begets despair. Despair sires bitter tears. Sounds like something from Star Wars. A crying maiden sits on the gargantuan roots of a willow tree. Her face is hidden by her slender hands. Forlorn wails grips at the heart of those who pass through, stirring the curiosity of the audacious and alarming the distrustful. We could absolutely kill her. Something weird might happen. Let's approach her. May get a buff or suffer damage. Look, well, no. Hey, what's wrong? The maiden raises her head. Her watery eyes are looking through you. Alas, you are not able to get any closer, for she offers you what looks like a sad, tentative smile and the last tear that moves your heart before disappearing into thin air. The party starts the next 2 battles with Phalanx 2. There might only be 1 battle left on this floor, so let's just enjoy it when the time comes. Here's one of them.
What? Scared to face an Ashram warrior?
Very Kingdom Death. Look at that. Can I can't look at it and examine it and see any more information on it. Alright, lady. Let's try and get all 3 colours. Sic Parvis Magna. Each neutral card in your hand. I see 1 neutral card. Sure. Look, I'm hitting this thing, okay? It looks very nasty and dangerous. And it had a lot of armour. Wait. Did she tank the hit for it? Single ally? Sure. And I'll ditch a duplicate.
Don't hold back, Shauna.
Let's armor up. Ooh, impale. Hitting and bleeding. First. What does her first do again? I can't remember. Okay. We'll put one of these away. It'll come back later. Keep getting that health back. Okay, nasty, nasty. Right, what do we got here? So, we've got Phalanx and Blessing. So we want to do some damage. Love it. Goes boosh, biffing it up with a big sweeping rise of the shield by the look of it. Okay. Yep, okay, she's got her head in a kind of basket. Alright, we need to stop that head lady. She's clearly bad news. This thing's bad as well. They're both attacking. Okay. Sure. Give out some protection and, yeah, boost everyone a bit. Yeah, get a bit of health back. It's fine. Okay.
Is this the
Frequent
best you can do?
turns. Oh no, I see. It's not moving along. It's just highlighting and enlarging. Right. Okay.
I will not yield.
Oh, she is serious. Okay, we need a red card. And she's full level 1 deity. What's this going to do? Might as well wait until she's got actual cast used. Yeah, let's get some health back. And ditch that for now.
I can't. But you want to.
Okay. You've got no armor to lose. Can I look at the deck? I can. Add 1 random basic card to your deck at the end of the turn if this card is still in your hand. So this one is a bonus. Sort of. Right. All enemies curse and bleed. Sure. Defeat Clamoris first. Got it. So, oh god, that's actually going to be hard. Okay. Single enemy? Sure. Should have noticed that sooner. So I need to avoid group strikes. While taking lots of ow.
We have to save them.
Okay, I can see why this is a challenge. The young Silver is doing lots of AoEs. Okay, I want my leech up. Oh, ouch. Okay.
Not
Basic
on
attack.
my
I'll take
watch.
it. Right. Protect the lady. Oh, that's big. Okay, sure. Oh, 1 point off. Okay. You know what? There we go.
What? Scared to face an Ashram warrior?
No, but see if you can do 7 damage, lady. There we go. All 3 achievements. So the achievements have unlocked these things. Got it. So the rewards for the mission are hidden behind achievements in fights. Interesting. Okay, Ashram's finest. Draw 2 hero cards from the deck. They cost 1 less this round. So hero cards are not neutral cards, I presume? Andorra Swift 1, Magny 1 Rage. Isana gets... Okay, so possibly her. We can give him the hatred, because he's possibly the berserker. Remove 1 random buff. Deal 17 damage. Pity 2. Sure, we'll give that to her. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rest here. Oh, look at that! We get a little camping image, animated as well. A light in the dark. The tutorial's still going! It may even run for the whole game, depending on, you know. Looks like we get some kind of points up here. We get a button called rest. We get 4 things here, which hopefully light up as we do abilities, right? While resting at the power, you can perform 4 different actions, each costing 1 action point. Replenish a healing powder charge for every party member. Did I have any healing powder? I don't think so. So would this generate some if we didn't have any? Directly heal a single party member. There's at least 2 who need that, 1 who can heal himself, 1 who cannot heal himself very reliably. Smelt and remove a card from 1 deck. Useful if a deck's getting flooded with useless cards and bloated and hard to draw the cards I need. So far that's not a major issue. Pray to the deity and start a neutral cards draft. Interesting. Repeating the same action will increase its cost. Once you are satisfied or run out of points, click on the rest button. So, we can't refill healing powder. Let's heal a character. I think we're going to repeat, so we will heal her. It will now cost 2. We'll heal him. And then, neutral card draft. Heaven's Divide. Deal 5 damage, inflict 1 random debuff. She is typically our debuffer. Give it to her, and then he will get 4 damage. Yep, that stacks perfectly with his armour. I can go with that. And now we can rest. Because we've got no points left, right? Why do we still have points left? I'll rest. We've barely made a step, and this place already gives me the creeps. What's up with all these colours? My eyes hurt. Everything here feels eerie. The creatures too are behaving strangely. Almost like soldiers protecting their bastion. I wonder why. It's a rival faith. We are warriors of one faith going up against another.
Whatever.
Damn me if I have any idea. I just know that I want to end this ugly ordeal as soon as possible. I don't know about you, but now I feel bad. I mean, in case we aren't the invaders, I think. Oh no, you're definitely the invaders. It's more you're the aggressors. And these people are just defending their own. Possibly. Are you working particularly hard to piss me off today? Yes? I mean, no. What is she, a kid? What good are you even for besides spouting such scaredy nonsense? I do remember Splattercat saying that the dialogue felt a bit sort of young adult, teen angsty, slightly. I'm not going to fully commit to that idea because, hey, that's his impression, not mine, but I can see where that impression might have come from. Come on now. We're companions, no need for friendly fire. It's not that I'm scared. Actually, I'm glad to be here with you. You two are strong, so there's no reason to worry. It's just that, well, I'm not really good at, you know, conversation. We'd worked that out, lady.
Right.
This is the first time you've ever left your village, right? Yeah, back home I didn't really talk with anyone. But now it feels good. I mean, camping next to a warm fire, chatting with friends. Well, it would be better to practice your conversation skills while you can. After all, when we win, us Guardians will have to take the oath of silence. Oh? So they can never speak about the atrocities she has committed. You're right, I think. So if she wins, she gets sacrificed and they take an oath of silence or something. This is giving Soylent Green vibes. Just saying.
Get behind me.
Defeat all enemies within 3 rounds. What happens if I bonus action this? I mean, I could try. We have had lots of healing. Ow, that was big damage. Chanting Naraka, that can't be good. Okay, so that's taking less damage for a bit. Lady, you need healing. We can ditch a generic attack, armor up, get a bit more health back, because you clearly need it. And with an action point left, we played a non-red card. Go for it. Sure, put that away.
Don't hold back, Shauna.
Okay, she's reasonably healthy, so 8 pity, bleeding. We can throw on the curse as well, so sure. Oh, no Limides. What happened there? There we are.
Rage fuels me.
Right, about that. Don't know what it does, but... trigger twice. Not enough armor. You know what, though? We could armor up and then do this next turn? I think I will. There we go. Stand fast! But we're going to have to go protecting everyone else really soon.
So sweet.
Have a random debuff. And then we do need to go on the offensive, try and kill this thing in 2 more rounds. Defensive? No. Sure. Okay, that armor is a problem. We'll have to just deal with it. Not going to play that yet. We'll just end our turn.
Let's dance then.
What's this going to do? Awesome. Power up. Do damage. That sound was a bit wizardry, eh? Now that I think about it. It's not restore health. That's restore health. Put one of those away because they're both the same. And then... Sure, I played a non-red card recently.
Do I look merciful to you?
Do you look like you can do 19 damage? I mean, maybe, actually. It's not it is enough. We get extra stuff. I'll take extra stuff. Cards. Harsh Lesson. That's him again. Growing Ambitions. Echo. Single ally, 3 hit points. Look, she needs the health. And Grace of Sentia. Create a copy of the last card you played. So, a lot of these are starting to look like our fellow priestess, Vestal, the one who may be in opposition to us. Is it possible that over the course of the game we will play a different party? I believe the developers have said that for now we play this party with these 3 characters, and they might at some point in the future like to let us play other parties, but currently it's just this one party in a storyline. So having enemy art on cards is interesting. Well, not enemy, but you know. Ooh, a treasure chest. A casket of splendor solace in the midst of peril is always a welcome sight for sore eyes and empty pockets. Alas, only the holder of a greater blessing may revel in such divine favor. Well, we got a key if that helps. It helped. So, offerings of the dead. We don't get to keep all these, do we? Echoes of a child, we might as well. Baleful ash. Use a component to craft potions. Okay, this I think we get to take back with us then. Cleansing powder, use it. Okay. An orb of will. Can be used in the Dark Forge to boost the will of the party. I think. So yeah, these aren't all down here. Let's venture into this final chamber and we'll see if battle is ahead. No! The barrier is gone now. You can open the gate with our thing that lets us open it. I feel like we've been walking in circles for ages. I need a break. Is it wise to stop in the middle of nowhere? There is no somewhere here. I hear footsteps. 2 vessels enter, 1 vessel leaves. Who owns Thunderdome? Or no, it's who runs Bartertown or who controls Bartertown, isn't it? Tired already? You used to be so much more athletic, Amara.
What?
What are you doing here? Did you forget the whole thing about being told that one of these groups would have to die before the other could go back? Well, no, we were told 4 groups would come in here and only 3 would return. We haven't even seen the other 2 groups yet. Did you forget that this burden was bestowed upon both our clans? We might be allies, but it won't last forever.
That's enough.
Lonan, I suggest you calm your lively spirit. Right now. Forgive me, my Vestal. Holy Vestal, I am sorry too. I apologize for my partner's misconduct. We shall calm our lively spirits right now. So these look more... I'm not going to say fully Oriental because she looks a little more Indian than Chinese, but no, India is part of the Orient. So yeah, these look... So if our other company is more sort of Greco-Roman and each clan has its own sort of art style and cultural vibe, that's cool. Eris is still alive. There's no need to jump at each other's throats. What about the 4th one? For now.
What?
How do you know Eris is still alive? Because she tried to kill Eris and failed? I can sense her. After all, she is a Vestal of Sentia like me. Holy Vestal, haven't we wasted enough time loitering here? We need to reach for Betrayer as soon as possible, so that we'll finally wash this shameful stain away from Sentia's pride. I suspect we'll be falling back to the cathedral before going to the next dungeon floor. A moment spent with our allies won't change what our fate has in store for us. Your determination is admirable. However, do not let your righteous bravery become deadly arrogance. We're facing a powerful foe that requires the utmost caution. You're right, fellow Guardian. Come what may, we are absolutely ready to sacrifice our lives for her. We shall protect our most holy Vestal, radiant jewel of Sentia, until the very end. What's up with them? Maybe she's so innocent and inexperienced, like being pulled in to replace another Vestal who perished, that she's not aware of how grim and ominous the whole kill each other before you come back thing is, and the sacrifices that are being made, Vestals sacrificing one another. Well, well. Quite the Guardians, aren't they? Quite the troublesome bunch. So how are you feeling, Anra? She doesn't like talking about her feelings. Face the dilemma. There are times where the choices of an individual can alter the course of history. Think carefully. Each of these choices can have unforeseen repercussions. She looks at you expectantly. What will you do? Oh! Her 2 upper ear piercings on this side have disappeared in this image. They're present on both sides and all the others. So open up to her. They are old friends. Keep your distance. Lyra does seem to be teasing, taunting and provoking. And we know that hostilities will occur. Anra doesn't open up much. I'm thinking play the character for now. It's none of your business. Trying to act tough now?
I understand.
How cold. Well, don't forget to rest between one heroic deed and the next. Great Vestal of Ashram. The pyres are a surprisingly good spot for a nap. Yeah, maybe she's not all bad, right? Right now, resting is my top priority. This is not a leisure trip after all. You'd better take it seriously. Oh, that really takes me back. Still, don't underestimate my resolve. Oh, I also want to protect something at all costs. Anyway, have you seen the other Vestals yet? Only you so far. No, and maybe that's for the better. Definitely. Even if you wanted to kick off the Vestal's carnage first, you'd have to wait until the task is completed. So yeah, it is like a big deathmatch. Only one Vestal can survive till the end of the mission. And since Lyra and Andorra are very good friends, it would be better if we didn't antagonize her group. So opening up may have been more friendly, because it would be nicer if one of our groups could be eradicated by one of the others, so that in the end these two groups don't have to face each other. But we're meeting her so much, she's definitely probably being set up as a person we have to kill. The sacred jewel, remember? Oh, I remember. If you were to ambush another Vestal before that, you wouldn't be able to perform the ascension once the war is done. Taunting, goading. I know. We won't get anywhere this way. Let's just call it a day and go back to the cathedral. But we don't know where the pulley is. And Magny's gonna be like, it's right there. The altar. We are the sworn guardians of the Vestals, so we're under the protection of the fire too. The fire can call us back on its own on certain occasions, but we can use them to return to the cathedral whenever we want. Let's take this chance to rest and report to the Divine Child then, and goodness, he'll probably be capricious. We still have something to do here, but we'll meet again later. In other words, they're going to finish up stealing stuff or sneaking around. Now hurry. She's like the bad girl teenager in a teenage drama movie from the 90s or something. We got all this stuff. Let's get out of here. When he was struck down, his anger was too much to contain. There was no justice, no atonement, only revenge. Ooh, that's pretty grim. Very Old Testament. Why didn't they come back with us? Greed, malice, or wanting to be sneaky and set something up for people? Welcome back, warriors. Chiron, who ushers people into Hades, the realm of the dead. So, and literally, he's brought him here to the Divine Child, who's like, you will all go deathmatch special and kill each other until one is left! And then maybe ascend? Huh. Most revered, we located the Betrayer's hideout, but we were unable to reach it. No matter how long we walked, we were unable to get any closer. It seems that the Betrayer still tightly wields some remnant of power. Is there no way to reach her? There is always a way, child. When the sin was consummated, Eris was not alone. She corrupted the 8 Guardians, using their misguided strength as the fountain for her false kingdom. For centuries we have tried to cull these harbingers of hers, in order to weaken their grasp over the holy grounds. And now, of all of them, only one remains. His name is Sigurd, once a warden for Flammen, and one of the most powerful guardians ever known. His demise might be the last push we need to knock over the Castle of Lies. Wasn't Flammen one of the other 3 Vestals? My children, now gather your strength and slay this apostate phantom. Through your sacrifice, may your people atone. Come on, Andorra, we know it's happening. Through our fratricide, may life be reborn. This Sigurd, even the Herald seems to respect his strength. Thing is, she's young and experienced, but she should be gaining and growing in wisdom during this process, although it is very rushed. Don't worry. As long as my shield still stands, he won't lay a finger on you two. Oh! Maybe... A useless Vestal and a simple-minded girl. No wonder you'd gladly hide behind him. And who, pray, is this? Another Vestal?
A fierce woman appeared in front of them at the end of the staircase, accompanied by her 2 guardians. Their dark skin was adorned with precious weavings of red ink, and brash grins sat smugly on their lips.
Like the puny cowards you are.
Who the hell are you?
Amara, the only vessel that can hold her own against the Flamen girl.
The Magny?
And the one who will put an end to your miserable croaking.
They are! You're looking to start a fight while on sacred grounds? Pathetic. No, she's starting the fight now, so when the first punch is thrown, you'll already be angry and off guard and, undisciplined.
So?
Does it bother you that much, little one? You fear you might be too blasphemous for these hallowed halls? Ah, the London coming back. The divine child can't wait to see blood flow, you know. I bet he'd be too disgustingly excited about it to care about decorum. Magny's like, "Hello, stranger," smacks her in the face with a shield. Gotta hand it to you. At least you brought one guardian worthy of his title. What, Magny? She likes his big muscles and big shield? A shame it had to be a half-blood. Is that why you keep that bucket on? He don't say anything.
Damn you!
Are you gonna let her spew crap like that at you? He's like, don't fall for their taunts, Ever-Chosen. You should take an example from the big guy, you know. It's so easy to rile you up. Wait, they're Magny, aren't they? A weak mind is like a sign of an unfit commander. Piss off! Look, we'll make it easy. First, we're gonna kill Eris. Then we'll come for you. And you'll be pre-wounded. Not if I slit your throat first. Andorra, you can't attack them first. You have to get Eris dead first, then you can fight these people. And you'll probably end up fighting Lyra anyway. Ever-Chosen. Maybe it's better if we just leave. Don't bother. I'm done talking. In other words, she's had her fun. Our strength will speak for us next time we meet. See ya! Who were those people? Your competition. The Delham tribe. Delham? Oh, that even sounds like Peckham or somewhere in East London. The Delham tribe. We are enemies, so such pleasantries are nothing special to us. Although Andorra still rises to it. Amara? Gal? Delilah? Okay. The tribe of Delham. We'll repay them back soon enough, on the battlefield. For now, there's something else weighing on my mind.
Why?
Why did she decide to stay behind in Naraka? Possibly because you didn't open up to her, although she was probably already going to do that anyway, but she might have given you a little more information about it. I suppose we'll find out eventually. Cards earned. Actual cards, not neutral cards. So Andorra gets Speed of Light, Swift 1 and Hinder. Don't know what Hinder does. We do know what Hinder does. Delay the target's next turn by 1. Oh, so it's a staggering stun. That's big. Deal 4 damage, sure. Magny gets Into the Fray, 4 damage to all enemies, all allies 2 armor, good card. And Isana gets Muffled Scream, gains 2 armor, 4 armor with Limides, 1 first, gains no first with Limides, 1 random debuff or 2 random debuffs, all good cards. And she gives debuffs to herself anyway. More cards earned. Death by 1,000 cuts. Careful preparation. Gain 2 Crusade. He has Crusade. Immortal Spite. So that's going to be... That is vicious. We want that with Limides for the armor. Right. Rally. Excellent. Enlightenment, we can 1 extra action point for start next turn. Oh, great. Condemn to Oblivion. I like that art. In the face of death, all are equal. No one can avoid the judgment, nor outrun our common fate. And when your calling comes, you will see her herald pointing at you. Decrease the cost of the card by 1 if Magny has 7 or more rage. 6 damage, 2 extra damage with at least 1 hex card in your hand. He doesn't do hex cards, she does hex cards. No pain, no gain. We'll see how hex cards get to him. We got all this loot. Everyone has earned 2 points to spend in the talent tree. Optional story scenes are available in the quarters. I don't think that's optional. This is a YouTube playthrough, we'll experience them, it'll be fun. After completion of each main depth of a dungeon, you will be rewarded with at least 1 new hero card for each character, ready to be added to your decks, as well as a skill point ready to be spent. To see more, open the Great Altar tab. Wait, so do I actually have to curate the decks? Like, put the cards... Are these cards like in a storage space and then I put them in the decks? Like, configure the decks? Or are they just added when I get them? So the Great Altar, Merchant Stall, Apothecary, Dungeon Selection, Quarters, where we have optional story stuff. The Dark Forge, we should look into that. There's a talent tree somewhere, probably at the Dark Forge. I'm so tired. Naraka monsters are so strong. And yet, something about them feels off. Huh? They were desperate. Like they were trying to stall us at all costs. There was reason behind their actions. Do you think they were trying to protect her? Mindless hordes or clever soldiers, I don't care. I'll cut down every single creature in my path and slay their wretched queen. Speaking of which, first we have to find and kill the last of her guardians. Actually, the sort of flatness of the delivery of these two characters, when they are voiced, does make it sound like they come from the same country, same place, and we have similar patterns on the armor, on the neck and shoulders.
I see.
Sigurd, right? He seems like a really tough guy. We'll look at his journal entry in next episode. But we have you, Magny. I bet you're even stronger than him. We'll see. We'll see how his confidence holds up. We shall see about that. He went down in history as a paragon of power after all. So he may be older now, like you. I think that's grey from stress, not grey from age. He looks relatively young in the face. I still don't get it. Why did he do that? Eris was a Vestal of Sentia, remember? She used her power to coax the Guardians into doing her bidding. Oh, I see. Is it like a sentient tradition? No, it's a the Guardians do what Vestals say thing. Probably. What? I mean, Lyra's Guardians? Just like the creatures of Naraka, there's something wrong with them. Different factions. You're sensing hostility, girl. Especially the tall one. Their determination, I don't know, it seemed a bit too forced for me.
Right.
You might not be too far off. What, and these don't force seem like they're forced stoicism? Old legends of Sentia tell of the power held in the voices of their Vestals after all. Including hers, which she hasn't been using because she hasn't been practicing speaking.
Whatever.
Whatever she does with her Guardians doesn't concern us. Now get up. It's time to go back and put an end to this last harbinger. We get all these places to visit. The apothecary, the merchant stall, the great altar, and the dark forge. Welcome to the Dark Forge. Here, Phaistos, as in Hephaestus. Yep, the Romans call him Vulcan, the Greeks call him Hephaestus. Here, Phaistos can do his magic and help you gain powerful boons, provided you supply him with dark bones or orbs. The cost for each subsequent power-up will increase, but more powerful ones can be unlocked the further you progress through the story. So, Unshackle the Sin. A minimum amount of basic cards in each character deck is reduced by 1. Okay. So we do customize the decks then. Attuned to Fate. Increase the chance to find Arcana events by 5%. Kindle the Flame. Increase the number of points you can spend at the Pyre of Vesta by 1. So when we camp and rest. Moment of Respite. Each time you complete a floor, heal 15% more hit points. So our health hasn't healed. Stay Sharp. Increase the chance to evade traps by 8. Given how badly the traps affected us on that floor, it's very tempting. We appear to have 5. Even though these are... So these are available, these are not available. You have to complete the Naraka... Okay. So these are unlocked, these are locked. Got it. Greed is good. Get 10% discount at the merchant store. Strength, increase the damage dealt by cards. Dexterity, increase the chance of dodging attacks and evade traps and reduce the damage taken by the trap. Will, increase the maximum amount of hit points. We did have tooltips and hints about that. And Faith, increase the maximum amount of armor, the chance of critical hits, and reduce the chance of finding blasphemous events. Let's increase Will. 4 for Andorra, 5 for Magny, 3 for Isana, sure. We still seem to have 5. What on earth? Let's increase Faith. Improve Faith for 1. So 1 armor for everyone, 2% critical chance, 5% blasphemous protection each. Sure. Oh, these are different resources. I see. So up here, we can get Unshackle the Sin, or just save up for like 15. It's here now, let's do it.
See you around.
So, where would we... The Great Altar or the Merchant Stall? I think I'd actually like to stop here, if I can. Can I save the game? I can save the game. Excellent. Empty slot. There we go. Do I get to name it? I do not get to name it. I will end the episode here, because I've been playing a decent amount of time. I hope you've all enjoyed my first foray into this game. And you know what? I'll continue it as long as I enjoy it. Hopefully even complete it. If you like it, stick around, there'll be more episodes. And if you don't, maybe something else I have on offer will interest you. I'll bid you a good fond farewell for now, and hope to see you all soon. Bye bye everyone. See you all next time.